we're here at Spero with Claire. Claire has had CRPS for 4 years, and today he is going to be graduating with 0 pain. Claire, I'm going to let you explain it.
Yeah, 4 years ago, July 31st, about 9:35 in the morning, I had a major 18-wheeler accident. I was the owner, my own authority and everything, my own trucking company, and I loved the job. I run around the country and I loved it. And all of a sudden, I had this major accident. When I came to, I don't remember the accident, but I came to, and I was a couple feet, almost inches from the back of another truck with my face. It was a steel truck body, some garbage truck hauler. So I don't know if it was my fault or if the guy was backing down the hill, which he got busted for before because he'd be way overweight and lose power. So anyway, I was in this truck all smashed. And I was hollering, help, help, somebody's alive in there, they said. And I hear them talking. And I was barely alive, but I was alive. And I wondered, what's wrong with me? And I thought, am I in shock? No, I've been in accidents where people in shock, and I can think, I'm sort of coherent or whatever. And finally the emergency people came and everything, and a guy climbs in the truck somehow from the roof, because the roof was all buckled up. And people thought, oh, this must have been a cab over. In other words, it was smashed. The trailer had broke loose and smashed me from the back, and my front end was smashed in. The thing was only a couple feet. And here I was in the middle of it, and a guy climbed behind me and said, I'm staying here until they get you out. And it took him over 2 hours to get me out, pull the trucks apart and to get my body out, which was still alive. Anyway, I got they airlifted me to the hospital, put me in the emergency room. I was there for about 6 weeks and I came out alive. I had sepsis and septic shock, which my whole system was shutting down, but you usually only live for 24 hours if you're lucky in the operating room with that. And the rest of the people live a year. Well, I'm still here after 4 years. And having said all that, I remember asking the nurses in the hospital, I said, were all my ribs broken and plated? My shoulder was broken, my knee was broken, my ankle was broken, that the bone was sticking out the side, I had lost lots of blood. And I said, why does my foot hurt worse? There's nothing wrong with my foot, and it hurts worse. Well, I went home after 3 months. I had an operation in my shoulder, operation in my knee, to put everything back together where it was supposed to be. They put metal. I've got all kinds of metal. I got metal in my knee and my ankle and all over here. So I said, I'm going to a pain management doctor. And he told me to take my shoes off. And he went through the criteria, CRPS, said, you got it bad enough, you're in terrible pain. And I never even told him about pain. Well, I went to a pain management doctor. But he told me about what kind of pain he said, look, when you and how your hair is growing, and when you touch it, he said, you have CRPS. So he wrote everything down that I had. And he wanted to put a spinal cord stimulator in my body. Well, and we found out then that insurance wouldn't cover it. Thank God it didn't. I'm so happy I don't have that thing in my body. He told me about it. You put a device in, and then a week later we'll take it out and well, this was thousands of dollars in first place, and then thousands more dollars, and then it don't work right all the time. You got to spend thousands more dollars for them to go in there and everybody that I looked into it that had CRPS, the spinal cord stimulator, were either not happy, and one person said even though they're not happy, they wouldn't get it taken out. Well, they needed to find out about Spero Clinic, because I had struggled with, he gave me gabapentin, which just made me fatter than ever. Now I'm 85 pounds lighter than I was back then, and I got more strength. I don't want to punch anybody, but I feel like I could. And she's one of my doctors, she knows. Anyway. So, it's just amazing. I finally got here. I had symptoms galore. I had things going wrong with me. I couldn't stack my thoughts anymore, which means I couldn't hold one thought and then think of the other, where I would just bounce like from thought to thought. I couldn't really accomplish anything. So it was 4 years. Last 4 years, I had lots of pain. I had no job or no means of income. And I got here on July 12th. And by that evening, I ate a whole slice of pizza with 4 meats. I haven't eaten like that, pizza since. I ate lots of meat since. But I had 0 issues with swallowing it. I couldn't swallow hard. I really had to work hard. I used to gag and just get a little bit in me. Maybe some milk or water, but no food whatsoever. Well, I would cut up little pieces and put it in applesauce like they did at the hospital to get it down my throat. And it was just a terrible way to exist. I just wasn't going to exist too much longer. We had thought about, well, can't you put Spero Clinic off for a little bit? I said, I don't know if I'll make it. So I got here on July 12th of this year. And by that evening, I ate a slice of pizza with 4 meats on it, and I had 0 issues. I was like a teenager, just had pizza the night before. What's the big deal, right? And I was so happy about that. I could eat breakfast. I could finally function. Now, I did get, Dr. Lucas also gave me a treatment, told me to go eat. And the NMR therapist, Tori, by the way. Anyway, I was so happy. And I was spontaneously bleeding I don't know if it was from the pain. Some doctors told me it's really from getting all those drugs in the hospital and stuff, and those narcotics, and I was just bleeding. And like 2 drops of blood would come out, then it would quit. So you didn't know when it was going to happen. I remember getting here, and one sofa got a little on, and I told the people, and they were so, by the next day it was all cleared up. But I wore long sleeve shirts. And for the last 2 months, I didn't have any of that. And my skin is so much nicer than it ever was. Just as nice as any time. I don't have any issues like that. And I don't have any eating issues anymore. And I don't have 0 burning, thank goodness. And this place is something else. If you have CRPS and want to kill it's called a suicide disease for a reason. You don't feel good. You feel horrible. You feel horrible. I would lay down at night and say, Lord, if you take me home, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to be home. But now I can live. I'll be able to live, play with my grandkids, no problem. And I'll be able to be with my wife, just wonderful. It's not nice being around somebody. Being a caretaker isn't easy because you're all over the place. You have no consistency. And they put up with you here, Everybody's nice to you. You get to talk to other people with CRPS. Never even talked to anybody with CRPS until I really checked in, and then I talked to Carlos and was it Philip from the Burning Limb Foundation? They told me, you must get here, they'll help you. And that's why I'm telling you out there, you get here, you'll get help. You have CRPS, you get here. I don't care what anybody else tells you. It's all in your head, but I'm saying this place will fix your head. You know, they tell you it's all make believe. Well, bullcrap. Anyway, I'm sorry. I shouldn't talk like that. But and somebody said, "Why are you so excited about it?" I said, "If you have got relief from the kind of pain that I had, you would be excited too." So it's kind of my personality to be blunt, but I tell you, it's so wonderful to be to not have any burning, just to enjoy myself again, you know.
Do you want to come up here and say a few words for me?
Here's my NMR therapist that put up with me all this. I'm so glad.
Oh, he's awesome. He was just a ball of positivity every time he walked in the room. I know, like, the first week that we were around each other, I would have to tell him which way to turn after he left my office, and now I don't have to tell him anymore. He remembers. But yeah, it's been quite a ride. But he's very positive. He's always been positive. That's like the biggest takeaway. Just come in and be positive. You're gonna get better. You'll get there.
This is Spero means hope. This is a place of hope. Tori, come on here. This is the gal that got me to eat again.
I didn't tell you to go eat pizza though. But I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. He took the stem. That's what we use in NMR on the R-Play machine. He cranked it up there on the first day and to like 85 or something like that, 80. And then what'd you say to me after the next exercise?
Oh, I said, you made me work. They made you do something, right?
Yeah,
I said, I don't like you anymore now.
But he did awesome, and now he's been eating all he wants to eat. And but I didn't tell you to eat greasy pizza, but I'm glad you did. I'm glad you can, and I'm glad you did well.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You ready to do something?
All right.
Huh?
You ready to do something?
Oh, ring the bell. Pain-free people. I would watch other people ring pain-free. Today it's not